It's the final fan favorite Friday of the summer on Good Morning Murfreesboro. On today's show, Chef Alex Belew talks about his experience winning TV's Hell's Kitchen and a whole lot more. Charles Rucker shares how he turned tragedy into victory. It's all right here on Good Morning Murfreesboro for Friday, July 18th, 2025.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Rachel Albertson. Thanks for joining us for another week where we talk about what makes Murfreesboro shine.
Yeah, and
the sun.
Yeah.
Halfway through July.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
People are probably at the beach, relaxing, enjoying the sun. You know, we're still in our mode of fan favorites.
Right.
So we're playing our fan favorites right now as we're taking a little time for ourselves to vacation and take a little break and enjoy a little bit of summertime fun. You know, we don't want anybody having the summertime blues out there.
Nope, and school will be starting soon enough, so we needed a little break.
Yeah, and my life is insane right now.
I bet.
Yeah, we're expecting any time now. So any moment. Nervous.
Baby Chandler.
Little baby Chandler.
Right.
He's gonna be precious. We're ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you have a name picked out, but I don't want to say it because sometimes when you look at the baby, it doesn't look like the name you picked out. That happened to me. So poor Garrett's name wasn't going to be Garrett, but it is now. So there we go.
We're pretty well set on Miles, and we can't. There's no going back now. It's literally like,
it's embroidered somewhere.
Yeah, and everywhere. It's not embroidered somewhere. It's on his wall. It's on his bed. It's on his clothes. It's on. And we're gonna have it tattooed on his forehead as soon as he comes out.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Well, fun fact: did you know that it is always summer somewhere in the world?
Yeah, that.
I'm not a geography person, but it says that on the internet, so it must be true.
Fun fact, me and my wife, went to Jamaica and the Grand Caymans, and they were telling us all about that. Like they'll celebrate Christmas in the Grand Caymans, and it's summertime for them.
Wow.
And it's like 110 degrees at Christmas. And when I tell you, like, if you've never been there before.
I haven't.
Anybody that has will understand this. When you're there, even though we were there in their winter time, basically, we were going into what is their summer. When we went, it was still hot.
Sticky.
It was like you couldn't breathe type of hot. So if you like if you just like a good sizzle, like, that type.
Sizzle.
If you like Arizona heat, but all the humidity of Tennessee, the Grand Cayman's great. Okay. And it's a beautiful place. I do love it.
Good to know. Well, I'm sure in your spare time, you've been looking up jokes for me. So what do you got for me today?
Actually, you forgot. I didn't look any up this time.
Wait a minute. You've been looking them up? I thought they were coming off the top of your head.
Yeah. Well,
What's black and white and red?
Well, black and white and red? Mm-hmm. What?
A skunk in a blender.
Oh, wow. That was a dark one. I was going to go with what's white and black. I can't say that one.
An Oreo?
Yeah, an Oreo. I could do one like you, though. What's red and green, red and green, red and green?
I don't know.
Frog in a blender. That's an old one. You tell that when you're like in the third grade at the lunch table. Everybody knows that.
Listen, you and your cooties stay on your side.
But we have fun. We
do. All right. Well, welcome to Murfreesboro. For all of you people moving here from different places, and you need to know what people are saying, or you want to sound like you belong here. This week's Southernism phrase is "Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you," which I've been saying for a long time, even though I'm not from here.
That's a nice way to say, "Get the heck out."
Yeah.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah. Or you're going to get a whooping.
You ever watch like shows like on TV sitcoms and they're like in New York and they're like Will and Grace and like shows like that. And like they just get fed up with somebody and they're just like open the door and like, all right, you can leave now. Yeah. You don't do that in the South, but you can say something like that if you're kind of, a little heated under the collar at somebody. And that's like a nice way of saying, you can leave now.
If you bring Jesus into it, it's always a little more polite.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bless your heart. And then the word this week is tump, which
I don't know that one.
Yeah. Thank you, Neil.
Neil had to come up with that one. If you tump
something, you knock it over. So I am always tumping something. Let me tell you, I am the spill queen.
Is that like thump, but in a different?
I guess.
It's a new one for me.
Yeah.
It's a new one.
Well, if you have heard that before, let us know below.
Yeah, tumping down the road.
Like knocking over down the road?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe
fun.
we are going to start a new word for everyone. Tump.
I know, right? Sensation flying around Murfreesboro.
Started here on Good Morning Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I doubt it.
We just need some teenagers to get in on it. Okay.
Yes, definitely not going to happen there. Not going to happen. Don't think we're really dumb. We have to thank our sponsors, our local sponsors. We have Superior Overhead Doors,
615 Insurance,
InfoWorld Social Media,
Achieve Entrepreneur and Co-working Center.
We have a Hemisphere Wine Bar.
We have Valley Growers, where we are in this wonderful gazebo.
Yep. And if you can't tell, it's beautiful botanical gardening.
Yeah.
And if you watch last week's episode, you know where we're at.
Right.
And then we also have to thank our Purple Paws Pet of the Week sponsor, Sit Mean Sit Dog Training.
And if you would like to be mentioned at the beginning of our show, we are looking for some more sponsors. Just let us know.
Yeah, reach out, DM us.
Yes.
DM us and let us know. Yeah. Yeah. Neil will take care of it.
Yeah.
We'll weed through all the spam stuff. You know how it is with that stuff. Everybody, if you have a Facebook page, you get it all the time. Your account's getting shut down. Your account's getting shut down. So he'll weed through all that fun stuff and find you.
Yes. So reach out to us if you'd like to be a part of it. Up next, after this great commercial, we have 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗀.
Right, and we are back with our first guest, 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗀, winner of Hell's Kitchen, local here to Murfreesboro, our local chef.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on.
One of the only ones. We're a rare breed around here.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm just saying.
So when you got here this morning, you told us a great story about your morning routine. So what do you do every morning that makes me want to cry?
I wake up at 4:45.
That's the first one.
Is that the thing? Drink a liter of water.
That's a lot.
And then about 8 cups of coffee.
Okay.
And then I get into a 39-degree cold plunge for 4.5 minutes.
Yeah. 8 cups of coffee was the shocking part of that.
Well, the cup is a 4-cup cup, so it's really only 2 cups.
Yeah, that's how
But it says 10 when I make it.
They call that girl math.
That's chef math.
I can relate.
Yeah.
That's 2 cups.
It's
2
two
cups of
cups.
coffee.
There you go.
And then I have an energy drink, and then I'm ready to go. Yeah. It's a good day. It's a good day. Gotta get jazzed.
Gotta get jazzed up.
Yeah.
We talk about your morning routine. Let's talk about Alex a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I don't know where do we start?
Oh, you could,
Moved to Murfreesboro when I was 4. Went to all the schools here back when there were a few options, not many options. Was politely asked to leave MTSU my junior year.
Wow.
Was in bands, working in restaurants. Went to culinary school. Actually graduated with honors at the top of my class because apparently that's what I was made to do, was cook. And then was a worship pastor at New Vision, ran a catering business for a long time, opened a restaurant. COVID had something else to say, got super depressed, applied for Hell's Kitchen, got on, won, wasn't expecting that at all. And then the last 3 years has been really weird. That's really all there is to it.
I like it. In a nutshell. There you go. Condensed
my
version.
notes version is just a 1 page.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
You look at your bio. Boom, boom, boom.
That's it, bullet points. And here we are.
Are you still involved in Hell's Kitchen at all?
Yes. So I worked in Atlantic City for 14 months. I was there 1 week a month. I didn't want to take the job because it required moving the family to Atlantic City, which if you don't know much about Atlantic City, if you like meth and crime, it's a great place to be. So didn't take my kids there. They came once to visit, not meth addicts now. It's great. And then last week I was in Miami with Gordon and his team. I did a dinner at Hell's Kitchen Miami there. And then Saturday I worked the F1 race, which that looks really cheesy on TV to me, watching things drive in circles. But being there live, I have a whole new appreciation.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Guys and girls are ripping.
That's Formula One, for those who don't know.
You're doing great today.
It's a very expensive sport. Like the car that we were next to the Aston Martin garage, their car was like $2.5 million.
I know. It's
the
crazy.
steering wheel was $20,000.
Yeah.
The people that were in our little restaurant paid a high price to eat Gordon's food. Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank was in there.
Oh, wow.
The girl who's a singer that was on White Lotus was in there. So it was cool. It was fun. So I still do things with HK, maybe more coming down the road. I did actually just film Gordon's new TV show that comes out next Wednesday.
Wonderful.
So it's called Secret Service. I'm on 2 episodes of that.
Wonderful.
And, that's just kind of how it's going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That
Thanks.
sounds overwhelmingly busy
Yes.
when you put it like that.
That's why he has 2 big cups of coffee and
Yeah, there you
a
go.
drink.
It's weird. It's when you're busy, you're super busy, but then the downtime, you're questioning all your life's choices because I'll be gone for 4 weeks and super busy, and then I'll be home for 2 weeks with nothing to do. And my wife works from home now due to COVID, and she comes downstairs, and I'm still sitting there, and she's like, "You need to get a job." And I'm like, "I don't know what to do." And then I'm gone for 3 weeks. She's like, "We miss you. Come home." I'm like, "Pick one. Which one do you want me to do? You want me to get a job, or do you want me to be gone?" I don't know. So it's fun though. It's just you never really know what month to month is going to look like. And you just kind of always waiting on the next call.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. Keeps things kind of,
it keeps things loose and fun.
Yeah, shake it up a little bit every now and then. That's a lot of fun. Well, is there anything lesson that you learned through all this that just stands out to you, in the process of things? I know that can be overwhelming. You're getting flooded with
I think the thing that we all realized during Hell's Kitchen was that everybody can do a whole lot more than they think they can. We were all running on 90 minutes to 2 hours of sleep a day for 3 weeks, working 21 hours a day, incredibly grueling, demanding, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just taxing. But every single person pushed through it. And so I think we all learned we're capable of so much more than we think we are, but we limit ourselves. And that's why, use the gym as an example, working out with a trainer who will push you past the point where your brain tells you to quit, you can do it. And that's the same way with life and in a job. And, Gordon's trying to pull the best out of you and see who can handle it and not crack. And really, we can all step up to the plate a little bit more than we think we can. Our brains tell us to quit far before we're ready to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Well, Jody Powers was one of our first guests, and we talked about it on the show, but you did something special for Liberty Station. Yeah,
we did I pitched an idea to her last year about kind of doing like a chef-inspired grilled cheese, mix it up, bring in some new business, maybe, spark a little bit more interest. And so I know she had myself, Jason Matheson from Primrose Table. I'm not sure who else did it, but I did a birria grilled cheese, which is basically like Mexican pot roast. Got a little au jus dipping sauce. Delicious. Put it on a grilled cheese with some pepper jack cheese. Just something easy. It can come together easy. It's fun. It's delicious. And, I think they sold out in 1 day. So it's cool.
She said great things about it.
Well, what she's doing over there is awesome. I mean, she's giving people jobs and sense of purpose that would have normally a harder time doing that, and giving them the tools to get into the workforce. So she's awesome. She, putting that whole thing together, it could not have been an easy task.
She does an amazing job of it.
Sure.
She really does.
Yep.
Well, is there anything that you particularly like to cook yourself?
So pro tip for the next time you interview a chef, don't ever ask a chef what their favorite meal is or what their favorite thing to cook is. 'Cause that's like asking you what your favorite breath to breathe is. We just like cooking. That's the whole thing. We enjoy cooking for people and seeing them kind of enjoy the dish that you've created. It's I can get excited about cooking almost anything other than baking cakes. It's the idea of turning these raw ingredients into a dish that is harmonious and sings and has contrasting flavors and textures, and watching that kind of come to life. And I mean, my 8-year-old's favorite thing to cook is a corn dog. But it's the whole art of cooking. That's what's enjoyable about it.
That's great. That's great. That's good information.
Cooking very social at your house?
Socially awkward. I'm usually saying get out because I was making a pasta dish maybe a year or two ago at my house, and the boys were running around crazy. My wife was in there. I don't know, she's probably doing laundry, and I was cooking, and it was just nuts. And she was like, "Would you rather be cooking for 4 people right now or cooking for 100?" And I was like, "I would rather be cooking for 100 people." In a field with no electricity than having to do this. It was just because I knew I was going to make this dish and they weren't going to like it and she wasn't going to like it. And it was all this effort. And then my boys were going to be like, "Can we have corn dogs?" And I'm like, "I hate you all." Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
That's understandable. So, then what inspires you in those moments? Like, what inspires your cooking?
I mean, thankfully, I don't love social media, but with social media, you have so much access to the entire world in different countries and continents and cuisines. And just seeing new recipes, new techniques, there's nothing much new under the sun, but you only know what you've been exposed to. Yeah. So with the internet, you're exposed to West African cuisine and Mediterranean cuisine and Japanese cuisine. So you can see things and then start putting different ingredients together and kind of make your own dish. Recipes can't really be copywritten because I could see a recipe and then I could say add 1 tablespoon of lemon. Next thing you know, that's my recipe because I tweaked it. I added my own touch, and that's what makes it different. So I don't know. It's just constantly being into what's going on, and just it's a muscle like everything else. You use it more, you get stronger at it, you get better at it, and then new ideas kind of come. So you just keep it fresh, but. We're creatures of habits like everybody else. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Meatloaf Monday. It's all the same. Everybody's having the same food.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're doing that, and you're taking all these things and these ingredients that you're finding, it's like painting a picture as an artist, right? Like you're out here Picasso with your plate.
For sure. Yeah. Creating food is an art. It's just like everything else. The plate is your canvas, and what you put on it is your masterpiece.
Amazing.
Or not.
What is the weirdest ingredient? I know. I just came up with that out of the blue while you were talking.
Like something like 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝗀𝗡𝗃, which is like a corn fungus. Smells terrible, tastes terrible, but they use it. It was one of the ingredients we had to use on Hell's Kitchen, and I didn't. It's like somebody putting a bull tongue out there.
Is that a common?
It's common in Mexico. It's not common here. It's black. It looks funky. It tastes terrible. Smells terrible. But different countries, different cuisines, different things.
Very interesting.
That is interesting. I don't know if I would want to try that.
You should Google it and then order some from Amazon.
If it's I feel like I'm allergic to penicillin, so
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Every time I go to a restaurant, they're like, "Do you have any dietary restrictions or allergies?" And I'm like, "Penicillin. Don't put that in my fish. We'll be okay." Yeah, I'm good. That and beets. I like beets.
Oh yeah.
I used to say I was allergic to coconut because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the texture. I like coconut milk and curries. I don't like coconut.
Yeah, I
don't like peanut butter.
I have a disturbing story why I don't like coconut from a child. So
that'll be later.
Suntan lotion.
Eating a fly by accident. Yeah.
How did the fly and coconut?
So I was playing Little League baseball.
Here we go, y'all. Buckle up.
And I had Mr. Pibb in the dugout when I was playing Little League baseball. I was out there in the field, got back, was taking a drink of my Mr. Pibb, and something was in there, and I thought it was a piece of like a little nugget ice, and I was chunk, and all of a sudden it was like real coconut flavor. I was like chomping on it. I was like, "What is that?" I spit it out. It was a dead fly.
So flies taste like coconut?
Yeah.
Good to know.
And so from that point on, I can never do coconut again. There you go, Murfreesboro. Now you know why Lance doesn't like coconut.
Interesting.
That's pretty awful.
Scarred me for life.
Clearly.
That's weird. I never knew flies taste like coconut.
Now you're out here. I'm going to kill some flies.
If you ever get any flies that you have to cook with, now you know.
Fly crusted shrimp. Coconut crusted shrimp. Dip it in some orange marmalade. Call it a bonefish dish.
Yeah, you're going to give people ideas. Let's not go there.
Ideas come from somewhere.
Well, what's next for Alex?
I don't know, honestly. It's my month-to-month schedule is so bizarre. I have a dinner next week in Franklin for a nonprofit that's working to prevent trafficking of women and children. Right. And then I believe I'll do something else for Hell's Kitchen. I'm doing possibly like a comedy and cooking thing in Orlando in July. I literally have no roadmap with my life. There's no set thing. Every month is just totally different, random. Things come up, and that's just kind of how it goes. It's weird.
You said you were in a band and stuff, man. It's
yeah,
like touring.
I'm in a band. Well, that's so complicated. We put our album out, and I'm a 43-year-old chef. I'm not under the idea that I'm just going to blow up and become the next Jelly Roll. We're putting our music out. It's we've got over 300,000 streams on Spotify, which is great numbers. But we had a meeting with the management team, and they said our Instagram numbers were too low to work with. Wow. So that's just kind of the world we live in. But my guitar player, he's the photographer and videographer for Shinedown and 3 Days of Grace. So he's on the road. And our other guitar player, producer, Ryan, is produced for Asking Alexandria, Bless the Fall, Memphis, like all those bands. So he's busy. I'm busy. touring unless somebody's going to say you're on an opening gig for a headlining act.
Yeah.
We can't go gig for $50 a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Bluesboro's gone.
But
I can't go play there
I used to
anymore.
play Bluesboro.
I did too every Thursday while a band played there in college. It was crazy. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. You know, if you do it because you love it, it's a lot of fun, right? And that's what I've done more with music because I love it. You know,
you don't have. I've learned that you don't have to make money out of doing something that you love. As long as you love it, there's joy in doing it, and you know, that's why you wake up.
Absolutely.
Do things you like to do.
Well, you've been a pleasure today, Alex.
Thank
we appreciate you being on here,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was really great. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, up next is 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀's Pet of the Week.
This week's Pet of the Week is brought to us by Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Reliable obedience training for puppies and dogs of all ages.
Today's pet comes to us from Rutherford County Cat Rescue. Meet Lady. She is a devoted mama who raised her kittens after being rescued from the roadside, and now it's her turn to be spoiled. In fact, Violetta from last week's show is one of her babies. We think Lady is about 2 years old. She is now fully vetted, sweet as she can be, and enjoys a good mix of independence and cuddle time. She loves zooming through the tunnels, bird watching from her cat tree, and even catching a little TV. With the softest fur and a heart full of love, Lady is ready for her forever family. Could that be you? If you're interested, reach out to Rutherford County Cat Rescue and make Lady a part of your family. For more information about Lady and Rutherford County Cat Rescue, please check out the description below.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that interview with Alex Belew. It was high energy, fun. That guy is amazing. And we hope you enjoyed this next interview with one of my friends, Charles Rucker. He talks about his businesses and what he offers and a little bit about the Arnold Classic that he was in. So hope you enjoy this after this message.
Super fun.
Russ Stover for Superior Overhead Doors. Russ, you work with some of the best builders in Middle Tennessee, and they trust you. Why would this be important to a homeowner?
Since we've done work for Old South probably since 1997, we also do Harney Homes, which are two very large builders in the Middle Tennessee area. I mean, if they trust us with thousands and thousands of homes a year and have for a long time. So I think our trustworthiness as to doing the service and doing our job right speaks for itself.
And your motto is?
Do it once, do it right.
Superior Overhead Doors, serving Middle Tennessee for over 30 years. Check them out at superiordoorsofTN.com.
We are back with our first guest, Charles Rucker of Ruck Nutrition. Welcome, Charles. We're so happy you're here, man.
What's up, man? I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you guys asked me to come.
Hey, we are too.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. It's nice meeting you, Rachel.
It's great to meet you too.
Absolutely.
Well, Charles, you're kind of big in the community with nutrition and working out. Everybody kind of knows you for what you do. So, but a lot of people don't know your story, man. So I want to talk to you a little bit about your story. Let's talk about that.
So to be honest with you, man, I'm just a kid from a small town in East Tennessee, Morristown, right outside Knoxville. Yeah. And I basically just took my pain and turned it into passion. That's really the big thing about me growing up. Life hit early. I came from a sports-driven family. Football is in my DNA from the beginning. Yeah. And so, you know, like I said, life hit. I was raised by a single mother on disability. And from there, you know, getting to college. And when I got to college, I played football and got into the car wreck and hit a tractor trailer head on and was in a hospital for over a year. I had to learn how to talk, eat, all of that again. Wow. And so I had like every reason to give up. But it's one of those things like, what's the fun in that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to keep going. And so from there, the car wreck kind of made me transition from football into bodybuilding. And then bodybuilding into business. So that's a little bit of a rundown of how I am where I am today.
And that's an amazing story because a lot of people, you know, that's a life-changing event, right?
Sure.
For sure,
And so for some people, that could change your life in a negative way, but for you, it changed it in a positive way, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell people, like, you know, me getting into the car wreck, honestly, was probably the best thing that happened for me. Because it was at a place where it made me really stand still and really just think where I need to go next. And it changed my direction. And I am a firm believer that your journey is created before you're born.
Yeah.
And so now I'm fully know I'm in my purpose. I love it. And I'm happy, and so I'm glad that everything turned out the way it was, even though it wasn't what I was expecting, but it turned out for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we're grateful that you're still here with us
Yes.
through all that,
Appreciate that.
and that you triumphed over that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So besides exercise, you do a lot with nutrition. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't you talk to us a little bit about what inspired you to start Ruck Nutrition?
So it's so crazy because like when I started Ruck Nutrition, that was out of pure frustration. My workouts and stuff that I did at the time were more athletic. And I couldn't find like a pre-workout that really was matching the type of workouts that I was doing. And plus I had gut issues. So a lot of pre-workouts were upsetting my stomach, and they were either too strong to where I was jittery when I worked out. And so it really just started out with me trying to find a pre-workout that I could really take. And then, from there, it grew to a full line. And then, we've done some stores and stuff like that. And it's, took off. But it literally started out of pure frustration of me trying to find a pre-workout for myself.
Yeah.
But, the cool thing about starting the supplement company is I've got to travel all over the country. I've met, amazing people. I've had great relationships with a lot of people, and it's a lot of customers that have followed us from the beginning, and I get to see and talk to them and hear their story. So, I love that we started the company and everything, but honestly, it never was meant in my mind for it to blow up the kind of way it did. But
yeah. Well, I know you're a go-getter. You always set big, lofty goals, which is a great thing, man. So you've been doing the Arnold Classic for a while now, man. So I want to talk about that and then kind of what that's looked like for you too, man, because I feel like it's been a journey.
I need to know what that is real quick.
Oh yeah, explain to everybody what that is, Charles.
So the Arnold is the biggest international bodybuilding show in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So I figured that question would probably come.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit how that journey has gone for you, man.
Man, one thing about the Arnold, and what's so crazy is the Arnold was actually, when I first switched over from football to bodybuilding, honestly, I wasn't really sure bodybuilding was the thing that I wanted to do. I had a friend, Brandon Curry. He was deep in the industry at that point, and he kind of took me under his wing. And so the Arnold was the first show that I actually really went to. And honestly, when I went, that's when I fell in love with it. Because you go to the Arnold, you have people from all over the world. And the thing about the Arnold that people don't understand is it's not just bodybuilding. It's like 150 sports.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like the closest thing you would go to the Olympics or something. And so you go there and you see all these people that, love fitness, and it's just the atmosphere is just insane. And so I actually fell in love with it. And then my first time as an athlete, because I was a sponsored model athlete for years. And my first time as an athlete at a booth or anything, I actually shared the booth with Ronnie Coleman. And so the Arnold just been a big point in my career. And so when I started competing at the Arnold, I remember it was just one of those oh man moments. And so I remember the first time I was backstage, because they used to have it in the expo, where we would compete would be in the expo. And I remember backstage, and you could just hear the crowd. And I remember looking around the corner, which was probably the worst thing I could have did. And you just see a sea of people. And it was just a moment that, for me, I can't really explain, but one thing that I missed about football was that moment before you run out on the field and you can hear the crowd and you can feel the energy.
Yeah.
And so I felt that again. And so, but yeah, it was just, the Arnold's been amazing. I've competed in the Arnold the last 5 years.
Wow.
I've got second 3 years in a row.
Yeah. It's coming, man. It's coming.
Year.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm at a place now where I'm in a different place in my career, and I really am leaning in on my purpose of what I'm doing. Yeah. And so I'm not for sure that I'm gonna compete again.
Oh wow.
But I know, right?
I know. Charles dropping bombs on us, man.
I know. And I was saying this is something that a lot of people don't even know. But it's one of those things I don't know that I'll compete again. I'm really enjoying where my life is right now and what I'm doing, and I'm just gonna kind of just lean into that right now.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, if there's something you could tell somebody feeling doubtful or facing that struggle, like what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them to lean into it. You know, feel that emotion. Because that part right there, what people don't understand is, you know, doubt and feeling defeated, that is part of the story. Yeah. Everybody goes through that.
It's part of your fuel.
It's part of your fuel. And the thing about it is doubt and feeling defeated, it doesn't write the ending of your story.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
And the best thing I can tell you is to keep moving. The hardest thing to kill is a moving target.
That's true.
And so take every step, even if it's a small step, if it's working out or journaling or whatever you need to do, or if it's just showing up that next day, like lean into that and lean into those emotions and those feelings. And you gotta also believe that, you know, the person that you're trying to be is on the other side of all of that, and know that that person's a beast and a monster, and just completely take it a step day by day.
Oh man, that's great advice. That's something great to end on. We thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. We love everything you're doing. Go check out Charles's thing. Oh, real quick before you go, you have a new venture we just want to talk about real fast.
I do. I am doing online coaching now. It's called Active Shift. I love it. You know, the cool thing with it is it's not just your regular personal training, coaching. We do meal plans and workouts and stuff like that. But we actually work on your hormones and like gut issues.
Sweet.
And so, I work with, some medical clinics in Nashville, and we actually can help like fix your hormones and your gut issues to help you lose weight and get you where you need to be. And so, that's the part that I'm absolutely loving, is being able to help people, especially with issues that they've had maybe their whole life, especially hormones and stuff like that. So, Active Shift, and that's where we're at.
Well, awesome. Guys, you heard it there. Find the links for Charles below, get in contact with him, and he'll help you out.
All right.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed our fan favorites. We've been doing it a couple of weeks now, and it's been a lot of fun.
You know, it's good to go back and see some of those, the interviews from the past, because, we have great guests on here, and it's nice to, again, talk about what makes Murfreesboro shine, but go back and watch it and see the fun. And this was energetic. Yeah,
these were good interviews today. Yeah. We love both those guys a whole lot, and they're a lot of fun to be around, both of them. And that's the thing about fan favorites. We picked them off of what everybody enjoyed watching the most, and so we hope you enjoyed it. We got some great things coming up for the future. During this little break that we've had, we've come together and came up with some new things.
Right.
Yeah.
Some new exciting things, some surprises.
Yeah, we got some fun ideas that are coming up. Maybe some new segments that you're going to enjoy a lot. So,
and I'm going to try to get glitter on here somehow, guys.
I hate glitter.
I love it.
It just gets everywhere. It gets in the it's on the floor. You can't vacuum it up. Sorry, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but
you're not gonna dull my glitter.
Rachel's gonna come in, glitter everywhere.
I have French glitter.
French glitter?
Yeah, when I was in France, I bought glitter. 2 different kinds.
Interesting. Is that fancier than American glitter?
It is. And when we're not on camera, I'll tell you what I call it.
All right. Well, make sure that you go back and watch replays and check everything out that we've had in the past. And we look forward to everything that's going on in the future, too. It's going to be exciting. And tell them they got a little homework.
So besides watching it here on Facebook and commenting, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and share.
Yeah. And also, if you enjoyed our guests, our fan favorites, put a comment on who was your favorite.
Who was your favorite?
What was your favorite interview? We like a little friendly competition. Maybe we'll get back in and be like, no, I'm going to become the favorite. So
there we go.
And we have to thank our sponsors again.
Yes, definitely. We are so appreciative of everyone in the community that supports us.
Yeah, we have Superior Overhead Doors,
615 Insurance,
Info Social Media,
Achieve Entrepreneur Center,
beautiful Hemisphere Wine Bar,
right, and Valley Growers.
Beautiful out here. And we also have our Purple Paws Pet of the Week, Sit Mean Sit dog training.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, we wish you a great weekend.
If you're going to do it in Murfreesboro. See you next week.